Let me tell you something that might completely change the way you see productivity. Something no one has ever said to you this way, directly. You don't have a discipline problem. You don't lack willpower. You're not lazy. What you have is a fundamental misunderstanding about how your brain actually decides to do things. And once you understand this, truly understand this, you'll stop fighting yourself and start working with the most sophisticated decision-making system in the known universe. Here's the truth. Your brain isn't refusing to do hard work. It's refusing to do impossible work. Think about the last time you sat down to start something big. Write that thesis, build that project, learn that skill, and your brain just froze. Maybe you opened social media instead. Maybe you cleaned your room. Maybe you suddenly became very interested in reorganizing your desk, and then you blamed yourself. I'm so undisciplined. I'm so lazy. Why can't I just do it? But listen to me carefully. You weren't lazy. You were smart. Your brain looked at that massive task, this mountain of work stretching into infinity, and it made a perfectly rational calculation. It said, I cannot see the end of this. I cannot see success. I cannot predict victory. This feels impossible. I will not waste energy on impossible things. Because here's what they never told you in school. Your brain is an energy conservation machine. It's evolved over millions of years to avoid wasting precious resources on tasks that don't have a clear path to completion. It's not broken. It's efficient. But it's also being tricked by something very simple. Scale. You see, there's this lie we've all been fed about productivity. The lie sounds like this: just push through it, be disciplined, force yourself, work harder. It's the productivity advice of robots, of machines that don't need motivation or momentum or meaning. But you're not a machine. You're a human being with a brain that evolved to hunt gazelles and gather berries and build fires, not to write 50-page reports or code for 8 hours straight or master quantum physics in a weekend. Think about it. Imagine I asked you to push a 747 airplane across the tarmac with your bare hands. You'd look at me like I was insane. You'd say, that's impossible, I can't do that. And you'd be right. Not because you're weak, but because the task as presented is beyond your capacity to even imagine completing. That's what your brain sees when you say write a book or learn Spanish or build a startup. It sees a 747 airplane, and it refuses. Now here's where it gets interesting. Here's the secret that changes everything. There's a technique, a simple, ancient, almost stupidly obvious technique that completely bypasses your brain's resistance. It's called salami slicing. And it works because it exploits a fundamental quirk in how your brain perceives difficulty. Listen carefully. Your brain doesn't resist hard work. It resists uncertain work. Let me say that again. Your brain doesn't resist hard work. It resists uncertain work. Work where it cannot see the finish line. Work where success feels like a mirage in the desert, always moving away as you move forward. But give your brain a clear, achievable, bite-sized task, something it can wrap its neurons around and say, yes, I can see myself completing this in the next 20 minutes. And watch what happens. Suddenly, resistance vanishes. Suddenly, you're in motion. Think about this. Have you ever noticed how you can spend 4 hours playing a video game without exhaustion, but 15 minutes of studying feels like torture? Do you know why? Because video games are brilliant at salami slicing. Every quest, every level, every achievement is perfectly sized to be challenging but completable. Your brain sees the next checkpoint and thinks, I can do that. Then you do it. Then there's another checkpoint, and another, and another. You don't think I need to reach level 100. You think I need to defeat this boss. And that's doable. That's the trick. That's the beautiful part. Salami slicing is about taking that impossible airplane, That thesis, that project, that mountain of work, and cutting it into pieces so small that your brain looks at each piece and says, "Oh, that's just a Tuesday afternoon." Here's how it works in practice. Let's say you need to write a research paper, 10,000 words, 50 sources, due in 3 weeks. Your brain looks at that and freezes, impossible. But what if I asked you to do this? Spend 15 minutes writing down 3 questions your paper will answer. Can you do that? Yes. Your brain says yes. Then tomorrow, spend 20 minutes finding 2 sources for question 1. Can you do that? Yes. Then the next day, spend 15 minutes writing a terrible, messy paragraph about the first source. Can you do that? Yes. Do you see what's happening? Each slice is so small, so specific, so achievable that your brain has no reason to resist. And here's the trick, the secret within the secret. While you're completing these tiny slices, you're building something massive. You're constructing a cathedral 1 brick at a time, but you're never thinking about the cathedral. You're only thinking about the brick. Now let me take you deeper. Because salami slicing isn't just a productivity hack. It's a philosophy about how human beings actually create things in this world. Think about everything great that's ever been built. The pyramids, the symphonies, the novels, the scientific discoveries. None of them happened because someone woke up one morning and said, "Today I will complete something magnificent." They happened because someone showed up day after day after day and did the next small thing, then the next small thing, then the next. Michelangelo didn't sculpt David in one session. He made one chip in the marble, then another chip, then another, for months, for years, until one day there was David. But here's what I want you to understand, really understand. Salami slicing works because it aligns with a deeper truth about consciousness itself. You cannot live your entire life in one moment. You cannot experience all of tomorrow today. You can only be present to this moment, this task, this slice. And when you embrace that, when you stop trying to hold the entire future in your mind and instead just focus on the one small thing in front of you, something magical happens. The resistance dissolves, the anxiety quiets, the work becomes almost meditative. You enter flow, not because you're pushing harder, but because you're pushing smaller. Think about the times in your life when work felt effortless, when hours passed like minutes, when you looked up from your desk and realized the sun had set and you hadn't even noticed. I guarantee you weren't thinking about the big picture. You were absorbed in one small, solvable problem, one slice. That's not escape, that's engagement. That's what your brain was designed for. So here's what I want you to do. Here's how you reclaim your productivity, your creativity, your sense of possibility. Stop trying to move the airplane. Start moving one wheel. Take that project that's been haunting you, the one you keep avoiding, the one that makes your stomach tight when you think about it, and ask yourself this question. What is the smallest, most achievable piece of this that I could complete in the next 15 minutes? Not the whole thing. Not even the first chapter. The smallest slice that still moves you forward. Write it down. Right now. One sentence. One tiny task. Then do it. Just that one thing. Don't think about what comes after. Don't plan the next 10 steps. Just do that one slice. And then, this is crucial, celebrate it. Acknowledge it. Let your brain register. I completed something. I moved forward. I am capable. Because here's the final truth. Momentum is real. Action creates action. One slice leads to the next slice. And before you know it, you've eaten the whole salami. I want you to write something in the comments below. Just one sentence. I want you to write, "My first slice is," and then tell me the smallest thing you're going to do today to move forward on your impossible project. My first slice is what? Write it down. Make it real. And if this video helped you see productivity differently, If it showed you that you're not broken, you're just thinking too big, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell. Because I make videos like this every day about how your brain actually works and how you can work with it, not against it. Give this video a like if salami slicing makes sense to you. If it feels like permission to start small, to be human. Listen to me one more time. You are not lazy. You are not undisciplined. You are a human being trying to do big things in a world that tells you to do them all at once. But you don't build mountains. You build anthills, day by day, slice by slice. And one day, I promise you this, you'll look back and realize you moved the whole damn airplane. You just did it 1 inch at a time. Now go, take your first slice. I'll see you in the next video.